Hello, I'm Ellen Horan, President and CEO at the Greater Reading Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and I'm here for this week's Member Spotlight with Karen Norheim from American Crane and Equipment. Welcome, Karen.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Great. Wonderful. So let's learn a little bit about American Crane and Equipment. I learned that they were founded in 1972, and I believe that was in your family?
Yes. Well, there's a long backstory to it, but essentially, yeah, it's my father's business.
Okay.
It's been around for over 40 years now. We are a leader in the design and manufacture of overhead traveling electric cranes and hoists, as well as other material handling equipment, which can be used in all kinds of different industries.
Yeah. In fact, I saw on your website your catalog has over 40,000 items.
Yeah. Well, so we sell both highly customized solutions that may be used for something to lift spacecrafts and whatnot. And then we also sell smaller items such as packaged toys, jib cranes, rigging components and parts, all on our online store at americancrane.com. And that really provides our customers with a single source for all their material handling needs, which we think is, the way to go.
Okay. So cranes we would see around town when they're building, like say they're out at Reading Hospital. You do that kind also, or is it all
similar,
internal?
But it's a little different. It's more inside. We do some cranes that are outdoor cranes, but they are not those types of construction cranes. We call it a construction jib, or the mobile cranes that you see on trucks. They're permanent and installed typically in a manufacturing facility, or we do a lot of work for the energy industry. So we have cranes that are used in nuclear power plants to move spent fuel in their spent fuel pools. And then also you might find a jib crane that we built on a platform for oil and gas that's being used to unload shipments from a ship to the actual platform. So wide array of stuff, but not like the big ones you see up in the construction ones.
Okay. So
common mistake though.
Yeah.
Meaning it's that it's really important. I love that I'm here to be able to tell you a little bit more about what the specific types of equipment that we sell, because it's a common misconception. So
great. National business, international?
We do both local across the country, and we do sell across the world. So it's kind of the full gamut.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And I saw you have about 180 employees.
Yep, that's about right.
Pretty amazing. And I imagine there's a lot of skilled workers that are needed with that.
Yeah, we are a very technical and engineering-based company. We really, our workforce includes everything's in-house. So we have everything from engineering to manufacturing to installation and service. So yes, it's a very highly skilled labor force, a lot of STEM background, and our employees are great. We're really lucky to have an exceptional staff.
Yeah. Now, that's one of the things that we hear a lot from our members about their concern about their ability to grow is finding the right talent. Are you finding, that skill gap is a significant issue for you?
Well, you're jumping to my answer to your big question. Well, it's really nice in this area, Berks County. There's been a long history of manufacturing. So we're really lucky to have a good labor pool with skilled labor and hardworking individuals. However, we have to fill the talent pipeline, and we have to make sure that it's robust, and that we're getting young people excited about manufacturing, excited about the STEM careers, so that there are workers for the future. And that's definitely a concern of ours. When we do a lot of outreach in the area to try and get involved with local high schools, and we've been doing some outreach for Manufacturing Day, which is in October, to kind of open up our doors and show people what we do, because we want them to get as passionate and as excited about manufacturing as we are.
Right. Now, interesting, we have a Young Leaders Conference coming up in March, and one of the things for the women's portion of it, which are attracting in, I think, 11th grade students, we're going to focus in on STEM and trying to encourage young women to look at STEM fields. So being a woman in that field, any thoughts on how we could encourage more women to look at that, young women to look at that field?
When I think about my career, I didn't notice I was the only girl in the room until someone pointed it out, and I was like, oh yeah. And I think the key is, I was lucky to have mentors. one of which is my father. And so it doesn't have to be a mentor for women, doesn't have to be a woman or it doesn't have to be exclusively women. But I think it's really key for young girls to have mentors and to also have role models. So seeing women who are in those positions, who are doing those kinds of careers, because it's really exciting. And it's, I do a lot of stuff with, I don't have kids, but I do a lot of stuff with my sister's kids. And we just did a project at home. She has a 15-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 4-year-old. So over the holidays, to help them with some of their Christmas stuff, I brought them over and we had manufacturing day in my kitchen. And we made toys.
Your own maker space.
Yes, our own maker space. And we made marshmallow shooters. And, it got them really excited. They had such a good time, and we had such a blast. And it was just another way to, show youth that it can be exciting. And also, again, just it's really important if you're in manufacturing that you get your voice out there and you speak up and you talk about how passionate it is or how exciting and passionate you are about it.
Right. I think that's one of the directions we're going to be trying to take at the Chamber is just increasing the opportunities for connecting businesses with students, creating more mentorship opportunities, whether it's short-term or possibly ongoing. So
it's so rewarding. I mean, we started down this path of we've worked with the Exeter High School a little bit, and in the beginning we weren't really sure what we're doing. It felt right to be involved in promoting STEM and promoting manufacturing in general. And it's turned out to be much more than I expected. It's rewarding for our staff. It's rewarding. The feedback that we give them, which is not much effort from us, is really helpful to them. And then we've got this great story to talk about. And it's really a win-win. So I would encourage anyone, to get involved in that if they can.
Good. I'm going to turn the tables a little bit and ask you for a couple areas of tips. One is being a manufacturer that works with companies when they're making capital investments. That's usually a sign of growth. Are there certain industries that you're seeing some growth trends?
Well, energy has always been very big for us. We do a lot of work in the nuclear arena and the oil and gas arena, and across the board, I think energy is a big focus. And we do a lot of work in the aerospace industry also, which I think they have sort of, at least for our type of equipment. So we're very, like I said, very technology-based, engineering-based, customized equipment. We've been able to kind of make it through the times and still be able to thrive.
Very good. And how about from a community perspective, being located here in Berks County, are there any resources that have been particularly helpful to you as your business has grown?
Well, we've been involved with the Chamber, which I think has been great. And then, again, I'll point back to that excellent labor force that's here. And I think that has really been the success of the company over the years. Because your people are the most important part of your business. And you really need to invest in them. But if you can't find them, what makes it all the more difficult. So we're really, happy that our long history of being in Berks County has been tied to that for sure, and we're not going anywhere. So
good, wonderful. Thank you for what you do in Berks County and do for so many employees here, and thank you for being a member of the Chamber of Commerce.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome.